Knowing what you're passionate about will be the fuel for you to be able to stay consistent while being a highly sensitive person. It's all about honoring yourself, honoring who you are, honoring what you want to do in this world, and finding your path forward and walking it slowly but surely, lovingly, because it's about love, it's about self-love, it's about honoring who you are, it's about loving who you are and loving who you could be. If you're a highly sensitive man, then it's likely that you struggle with consistency. It's generally because you're overwhelmed. Being a highly sensitive person is being attuned to the environment in a way that many other people are not. Right? The whole outside world can be extremely overstimulating. And for someone who is a highly sensitive person, your nervous system is literally designed for a purpose to be very attuned to threats, very attuned to danger, very attuned to any changes in your environment. And so this world is not really built for us, okay? It's very challenging to be in this world that is just not conducive to the kind of calmness and simplicity that we need in order to thrive as individuals. And so it's very important to know how to reset your nervous system and find spaces, both external and internal, where you can come back to center, okay, and create a sense of separation from the outside world. My meditation practice is super important to me. I have been meditating for about 10 years, and that 20 minutes in the morning is vital for me to be able to find a place of inner stillness before I enter into the world and do what I need to do. This is an inner state, but it's also about setting up your environment in a way that is not so stimulating. It's about cultivating a space which is not going to completely buzz out your nervous system. Right? If you find yourself scrolling a lot, that is just complete and utter chaos to your sensitive nervous system and mind. So it's about becoming very aware and very conscious of what is serving my nervous system and what is overactivating it, what is burning it out, and what is making me feel drained, tired, and unable to stay consistent and move in a direction in this life that I want to go in. The kind of life you want to build. Knowing your path forward can be super, super difficult as a highly sensitive person. It's this constant, spoiled for choice. Okay, we are spoiled for choice, everyone. Regardless of whether you're a highly sensitive person or not, everyone's spoiled for choice. Even just try picking a movie to watch. Gone are the days where we would just go to the video store and you'd have 10 minutes to pick out a movie and then you go home and you watch it. Now we have Netflix and Stan and Disney. It's so overstimulating. This is a kind of silly little example, but I think it's kind of something we can all relate to now, right? You kind of just have to be like, okay, I picked that one, whatever. And we are so quick to not want to give our time away to something because our attention span is so all over the place, right? So if something isn't hooking us within the first 10 minutes. So essentially staying consistent, knowing your path forward is about simplifying, minimalistic thinking, all right? Having a system in place in your life which is specifically for you, so that when the outside world becomes very, very noisy, which it does, when your life becomes chaotic and overwhelming, which it does, when problems come in, which they do, you have a system which reminds you who you are, what you're doing, what you're working towards, what path you are walking in this life. Being a highly sensitive person it's kind of life on hard mode sometimes. All right, it's all relative, but it's very difficult. What I do and what has been super helpful for me, for For instance, show up on camera, how I show up on camera consistently without getting overwhelmed by my own thoughts, by my own nervous system. I lower the bar, okay? I have a very low entry point. I can be fine with the floor that I've set for myself. Okay, I'll explain this. The agreement I have with myself is to follow 3 things which remind me who I am, which are important to me, my heart, what I want to do in this life, what I want to do with my business, where I want to see myself in 3 to 5 years. I'm working towards that every day. The 3 agreements that I have for myself that I do every day, or at least most days, is write 30 words in my book, meditate for 5 minutes, and do one thing that is YouTube related. This platform is what I'm focusing my time and energy onto because it's what I'm passionate about. So knowing what you're passionate about will be the fuel for you to be able to stay consistent while being a highly sensitive person. The way that I've set up this system of doing what is important to me is low entry points. It's important for you to have a low entry point so that you do your 1, 2, 3 things and you can be done with it if you're having a very overactive, difficult day. But you can still stay consistent because you show up to your low entry point. Writing 30 words in my book is doable. Meditating for 5 minutes, doable. Showing up to one thing, YouTube related, is doable. The other thing I do is I have something very visual that is in my room right here. I'm looking at it now. Each day I color in a box if I've done my 3 things, or I color in half of the box if I've done 1 or 2 of the things. Having that visual representation of every single day that I've shown up to and every month, keeping track of how many times I've shown up. This isn't a form of beating myself up if I don't show up to it. This is a form of creating dopamine hits for myself because I'm showing up to the person that I know myself to be. All right? And this is a very difficult thing for us at times because, like I've said, our nervous system, so overactive, we lose access to our inner voice. Which brings me to the last point, saying yes to everything. Learn to say no. So for instance, my 3 things, if I said yes to everything, then it eventually becomes a no to those 3 things. And that's very bad, right? Saying no to my 3 things is slowly taking me off track. It's taking me off track of the life that I'm trying to build as an ambitious, highly sensitive man. So because we're so sensitive, we feel other people. We walk into a room, we feel it. We're people pleasers. It's so common for us to be people pleasers. We never check in with ourselves. We never please ourselves. Trying to please everyone around us will lead to a miserable nervous system, okay? So learning to say no to things, holding your boundaries in place, disallowing toxic people in your life. Okay, this takes time to develop, but it's about holding your own space and allowing yourself to flourish. And the only way we can flourish is if we keep track of our nervous system and know how to calm it down, center it. We stay consistent with what truly matters to us and keep it minimalistic, keep it low entry point so that we can show up consistently and not get overwhelmed. And we say no to what is not for us, not for our nervous system. The overactivity, the constant scrolling, the constant technology, the constant allowing anyone to have access to you socially. That's, often introverted people, right? Social interactions drain us. We need alone time to recharge, and that's okay. It's honoring that. It's all about honoring yourself, honoring who you are, honoring what you want to do in this world, and finding your path forward and walking it slowly but surely, lovingly. because it's about love, it's about self-love, it's about honoring who you are, it's about loving who you are and loving who you could be. If you resonate with any of this and you would like some help, I offer a free clarity call. The link's down below. Until next time, my friend, take it easy.